Here's what's making news now around Indiana. Well, it's hard to believe Halloween is just a short week away. For many folks, it's all about the candy. For others, though, it's the excitement of finding that perfect costume. But this story goes beyond just Halloween costumes. Our Mary Rachel Redman tells us why this hidden gem in downtown Southport is a must-stop.
Inside this unassuming 30,000 square foot antique mall in Southport is one of the finest vintage clothing stores in the country. When walking into the Southport Antique Mall, fighting the urge to stop and admire the shelves upon shelves of antiques isn't easy. But trust me, it's worth exercising just a little bit of willpower to find this set of stairs leading to the Vintage Gypsy.
A lot of vintage dealers don't deal with things that go back as late as my stuff does. I have stuff from the 1800s, the turn of the century, the 1910s, the 1920s, Prohibition era.
At first glance, you may think it's just like any other vintage clothing store, but you'd be mistaken. Owner Tammy Dyson is akin to more of a curator when it comes to selecting items of clothing, handpicking every single piece you see on display.
And I just seemed, for whatever reason, blessed with an eye for it. Everything that you find in the shop is cleaned, it's repaired, it's steamed, it's taken back to its original shape, condition as possible before it hits the floor.
Garments, gloves, gowns galore. You just can't help but be drawn back in time.
All right, hashtag style goals. I am literally dressing as my style icon, Jackie Kennedy. Pillbox hats. I feel like I look the part. And as much as I love Jackie Kennedy, perhaps the best part of this outfit, it's actually from LS Ayres. It has its original tags. Look at that.
LS Ayres, Watsons, and Blocks. I specifically look for all three of those department stores. They were huge department stores here in Indiana, which none of them are in business anymore. I really look for that because people here want that. You know, they like that bit of history, knowing that, you know, they have something that came from Blocks that closed down decades ago.
What I love the most about how you've got everything set up, you've actually got tags that tell you the time period.
Yes.
And not only that, sizing has changed over the years.
Yes.
An 8, 10, and a 12 is not the same.
Not even close.
As it was, you know, 50, 60 years ago.
Right, right.
And you can kind of see with this tag, you know, this is from the 30s, 40s, beautiful.
Yep.
And in mint condition. Are these like what, mink coats,
Okay,
super dressy coats?
These are the start of the winter coats for the season.
And again, it's timeless.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. And what's great about these coats, you don't have to dress up. Wear them with your faded blue jeans.
And the Vintage Gypsy isn't just for women. Dyson also carries a vast collection of men's clothing. And who better to demonstrate than my incredibly talented and tall 6'4" photographer, Dave Grove. Impromptu fashion show, anyone? Dyson's treasure trove of vintage clothing has even captured the attention of Hollywood.
Yes, they are aware of me. I've actually worked on a few movies. I worked on the movie 42, the Jackie Robinson story. I got to outfit the stands in that. I was super excited about that, to think that he would have, you know, and he got everything that he needed here, which made me really happy.
Mary Rachel Redman, Inside Indiana.